This is Odin's Wolf Survival. Today I'm doing a demonstration on a decorative stitch, of which I do not know the name. I'm sure there is one. Stitches have been used for millennia, so it's nothing new. It's just something I liked, and I do it with one needle. A lot of times people will do it with two needles and a stitching pony, stitching horse, whatever you want to call it. I don't have one of those, and a lot of times I'm dragging my projects around with me, so it's almost imperative to have one needle and thread. So this is my method of doing this. You need holes punched down what you're doing, so we'll set this and punch the holes. We don't need many, just for the demonstration. I'm doing this with the camera in front of me, so it's going to be kind of awkward. But that way I figure you can see better than with my hands in the way. Alright, we got the holes knocked in it. This is hemp cord, and I think I found it, Hobby Lobby has it. I know Walmart has a variety of it, but you got to kind of watch it because it's real inconsistent. You'll get thick spots and thin spots. This I've used on another project, so it's worn a little bit, but we'll go ahead and use it. The needle is a large eye needle, so you could get the cord through easier with a blunt tip. Since you already have the holes, you don't need a sharp point. A sharp point would be kind of a pain in the butt. So what I do is I'll start in at, say, the second hole, pull it through, and you can tie it off, but for this I won't. A lot of times I'll just tie a loop and run it back through. And find your hole in the other side. We'll run a few of these. And you just sew it like you normally would. Like I said, this is a saddle stitch, and it's usually done with two needles, and it's faster with two needles, but you almost need a third hand to hold it. Since I'm usually off doing things, I'll have projects with me for downtime or whatever, and I'll sit there and work on stuff, various mail, sewing leather, you know, making things for what I want and need. You figure out how to do it with less tools or more basic tools than what you would at home maybe. But to do a lot of leather work and to make some nice stuff, you don't really need all the high-tech expensive gear that you see all the time. Makes it easier, but in some cases, but a lot of people can't afford that and they want to do something of their own. And this is everything that I do generally, like the small bags and stuff that you'll see me having, is all scrap leather. It's all stuff that I've run across or got hold of and repurposed. Okay, there's the saddle stitch almost done. And when you come to this next part, it's almost easier to have an awl, so you can open up the holes a little bit. The blunt needle sure makes life a lot easier. And yes, you can ram that clear to the bone. I've done it before in my finger, which really sucks. Okay, once you've got your basic saddle stitch done, this is what does the work in it. This is what holds your edging. And now we get to the part that really, I thought, kind of looked kind of cool. So you come straight over the top and back through. Then once you're through, you go over to the next hole down and go through. Okay. pull it through. Then you're through the hole. Come down to the next hole. Push it through. It's just simple stitch. Go down. Go down to the last. And you want to keep these kind of lined up. It's easier to do it now. And I'm just sitting outside doing this in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the Kansas forest. So here we go. Okay, you do this down the whole length of your what you want to sew. Then you come back at the last stitch when you're going to head back. Do the same thing you did at the first stitch. Okay, come up a hole and come through. You got to watch this stuff. It likes to ball up a little bit, especially once it starts getting fuzzy. And if you snatch it, you're gonna have a knot that's unpleasant to get out. Okay, there's your first X. And you can situate that right on top. The cool thing about this stitch is you don't really have to clean the edges up a whole lot, because I think it adds to it. Pull it through. Oop, there it is. Wore it out. That's been pulled through a lot of leather. But you come through on the last one, and then what I'll do is I'll push it, come back through and over the top again and push it through one side. And run your needle up in here, straight through to where you can't see it. You'll get it through like that. Pull your line through, or pull your cord through, and do a half hitch in it, and that'll secure it. And that's all it is to doing this stitch. It takes a little bit longer than doing it with 2 needles, but you can do this anywhere. So I like the idea of doing it where I could take it out where I'm at. You know, I can be sitting over at my brother's or my mom's or something, and we're all talking, or friends or whatever, we're talking, and I can sit there and finish up doing what I'm doing, and it doesn't detract from anything, and you get stuff done. Or watching a movie or do whatever. As you're doing it, you don't have to have a whole lot of equipment. It's just basically a needle, thread. If you have your project cut and the hole's already punched, that's all you really need. Besides an awl or something along this line would help pull it through. So I'm going to do that for this project right here, which is a picker from Grimfrost, and they come in like this. Let me move my mug. It's a picker from Grimfrost, which is kind of like a medieval fork, but they use it for all kinds of stuff, including punching leather. You can hold meat when you cut it. You use it like a fork. I use it to pull pickles out of a jar because my hands will not fit in a pickle jar. And sometimes when I'm out and about, I don't have a fork with me or anything along that line. Work, olives, anything like that you want to reach in. Pineapple chunks in a can, reach in, and then you could just use it like a fork. It's just handier. And also it was used as kind of a last-ditch self-defense. But that's a simple picker. This is from Grimfrost, but is what it is. I'll have pictures up on this of the original project I was asked about, and they're already up online. And this, when I get it done, I'll put pictures of it in the video along with the original project, so you can see how things turn out as it goes. So if you like this video, share and recommend, it and hit the subscribe button, because that will help me out. As of at the moment, it will help me keep making more videos. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.